Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Thunder and Lightning Podcast. I'm Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
And I'm Monsoon.
No matter what I do, I can't be center, so I'm just not going to be center today. My brother is at 145 resets for Dialga.
Oh my God.
That's not too far down the rabbit hole yet, so keep at it. I'm sure you'll get it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the podcast, rather. How was your week?
Oh yeah, I
How was
start.
your-
Life.
How was my week in life?
How was
Yes.
your life week, Lightning? How was your Lightning week?
How was my Lightning life week?
Yes.
Yeah. You talk. I apparently can't.
Okay, I'll start saying
Me
words.
know English.
It was pretty decent. Have I mentioned that I got accepted to school?
Yes,
I
you
did.
We
Okay,
talked about it for a while
Yay.
last time.
cool.
Very
Okay.
exciting.
Thank you. Yes. My week is, as I said in the last podcast, I'll try not to repeat myself too much. Every waking moment that hasn't been dedicated to my fiance in my bands has been dedicated to the card game Pokemon
Yeah.
and all things about it and how fun it is and how
So-
good of a game it is.
On the video game podcast, we talked about like how we've been preparing for this. What have you guys been buying new cards?
We haven't gone nuts with it. I bought 3 new cards for my deck.
Is it as hard as it was a couple months ago? Like, is it still really difficult to find Pokemon cards because of the Logan Paul
I've had
bump?
I've had no issues on Toad Troll finding cards. The prices might be a little jacked.
Oh, I
not
see. So
crazy.
you're not heading to like Walmart or
no,
Target
no.
or
I'll
whatever.
never do that
Oh,
again.
got it.
I'll
I,
never do that again.
I've been like, I
Because of the Logan Paul stuff,
Just because I know what I want,
right?
and
Right.
like I'll just go buy it on Toad Troll. Why would I spend like $50 on packs to maybe possibly
Get a
get what I
decent-
want?
Yeah, I think that part of our lives is just over. Like, it's
Yeah.
fun buying packs.
Yeah, you get them for holidays or something, and
Right,
it's like, ooh,
right.
what did I get?
like
but
honestly, I still buy packs just for
Yeah.
the thrill of like.
No,
ooh.
exactly, and I feel like that's the
I feel
only.
like, I'm sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
like it's like gambling, but I'm not
Yeah.
a gambler.
No, it's the same reason I watch The Masked Singer.
Oh.
It's fun, I guess, but sometimes it's really fun for like a couple
Yeah.
seconds.
Right.
Well, I feel like a new person playing Pokemon, it's part of the experience. And it is fun at first until you
Start
are on
actually
the other
playing.
end of it. Well, until you start actually playing, until you're on the other end of it where you're like, I got to hide all these fucking cards that I don't want.
Right.
Where you're like, I just put it in the wheelbarrow. We'll find a place to put them, I guess.
Well, like you spend $100 on cards, but then like when you try to sell them, you only get $20.
Right.
Oh, speaking of which,
Oh yeah.
I made a very adult move in my life.
What did you do?
I had 2 first edition holographic Charizard cards from the first Pokemon set.
Since when? Why have I never heard about this?
I've always had them. I've showed them to you.
Oh, the ones that are worth like a fuck ton of money?
If they were,
are,
if
Ethan,
they,
we
we argued about that.
No, like Ethan said, we as humans are always chasing those small hits of dopamine, and we always are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If it was shadowless,
Oh, I
it'd be
see.
like
That's right.
$1
That's
million.
right. That's right. This is starting to sound familiar.
Uh,
So you
m-
sold them?
Mine are not shadowless. I did sell them for a few reasons. For one, there's other things in like this realm of my life with nerd stuff that I would much rather have. I'm not using these cards for Pokemon.
Right.
They're really just taking up space. So I did send them to my local comic shop, and they offered me $150 for the pair.
Oh. Okay.
They said so. I said to him, he said we'll offer you $150 if they were graded. We're probably talking $400 a piece.
Why can't they grade them?
They can absolutely grade them.
Oh, okay.
But the grade might come back shit. It might the fact that they're not graded means that they are worth less until they are graded.
I see. So if you graded them, and I guess I don't know the end of the story yet, but if you graded them, you run the risk of it could be less because maybe your cards are way shittier than you think they are in shittier condition.
Yeah, if I grade them, there's the official grade, and it could be good, it could be bad. Secondly,
the rule
I'm
with
taking
that, you were explaining this to me. Once it gets graded, it cannot be graded a second time, right?
I mean, unless you rip it out of the thing, which I guarantee you it's now officially in worse condition.
Right.
They're just gonna give you a worse grading.
Right.
'Cause, but the reason I didn't grade them, the reason this went down the way it did is they say, hey, listen, these are probably worth this much money if they were graded. Since they're not, it gets docked substantially.
Yeah.
It costs $150 to grade a card.
Oh, okay.
So I could have waited a month and a half to go get these cards graded for $150
The
a piece.
price you would have got if you just sold them.
It was, do you want the money now or do you want to invest time and money into selling these 2 cards?
And there's a less than 0% chance that could come back and be like, these will sell for $75 now that they've been graded.
Oh, yeah, no, I would have made more money, but it's the difference of, do I want the headache, which I've got enough shit going on this year,
Right.
or he said $150 or 200 store credit. I took the 200 store credit
Oh, okay, cool.
because that's way more useful to me. Because I was like, Pauline, if these are like $700 cards a piece, put it towards the wedding. But like at the end of the day, $200,
Right.
it's, we're not going to sweat $200.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, it'll save me money here for things that I want.
But things that you'll probably end up buying anyways.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. And I fucking did. I was
Yeah.
like, all right,
You went ham.
I got $100.
Nice.
I got $105 left.
Cool. Oh, cool.
But yeah. So they'll probably grade him because I've actually been watching his feed. Like he'll go live and stuff and like show off new stuff. In
Oh,
the
the
store.
comic book owner?
Yeah.
The comic book store owner?
Yeah, and I've been like, where are the cards? Where are the cards? He's probably getting them
Mm.
graded because those will sell for like they'll be able to sell those for like
Yeah.
$700 a piece.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And now, not that you would have done this, but now if they do get graded and he sells them for way more, you can't get upset because he literally
oh no,
told
of course
you he
not.
was like,
Of course not.
get these graded or don't. Here's the price.
Right, and honestly, I've never graded stuff before. I didn't feel comfortable sending because you have to mail them,
Right.
and they'll mail it back to you. And I was like, I'll leave
That's
that headache
kind
to
of
them.
like they're gonna go down in grade in the mail, right? Like there's no way around that.
Unless you like really protect the card,
Yeah.
like really protect the card, which you could, and it could not get damaged.
Yeah.
We've been getting cards through the mail recently, and like some places really, even if they're shitty cards, they're like gonna really make them well protected. One of the packages that I got, this was really cool. I got one Dragonite V card,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
yeah, nice. And they sent me 5 extra cards.
Oh, you
one
gotta,
of which
Wow.
is in her deck now.
you got a Amazon
one is it?
bonus.
Which one is it?
The Dark Sylveon.
Oh, really?
You got an
Yeah.
eBay
Oh, wow.
bonus.
Yeah, the guy was just like, hey, I really like, blessing people who purchase, so here's a bunch of
Aw.
extra cards. They seem like really decent cards.
Dude, I love eBay bonuses. Back when all I was doing was purchasing Animal Crossing amiibo cards on eBay. I bought like a lot of like 6 of them, and it came with a little drawing of KK Slider. And
Oh,
yeah.
that little drawing I believe is still on my fridge downstairs.
Oh, yeah, that's where
It's-
it is.
it's
right,
KK
right. I
Slider.
thought it was up here, but no.
Me too, but yeah, it's KK Slider because this was like during the quarantine, and so it's KK Slider with a face mask, and it says like "Stay safe,
I remember that.
Daddy-O" or whatever
Aw.
KK
Yeah.
Slider says. It was really cool. I was like, this is neat, and it's like actually good artwork.
Yeah.
Like I probably would have hung it up even if it was shitty artwork, but like this is cool. I don't deserve this.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Ethan. Sorry, I didn't see that message. I think he's congratulating me on
Oh yes, I
School.
didn't. Sorry,
Yeah,
I meant
yeah,
to mention. I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, I didn't see that. Thank you very much. It turned into Elvis for a second.
I'm excited about that movie, by the way.
The
What?
Elvis movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Elvis movie looks awesome.
I know, right? You saw the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready, dude. It looks really good.
This will be really
Ethan,
interesting.
we have confirmation from downstairs. It is on the fridge.
Oh, cool. Got it. Something interesting's happening in my life where when I first started getting into music when I was like 8 or 9 years old,
Yeah.
and
Little
I got
baby
really
Chris.
into music. Yeah.
Little Muppet babies, Chris.
yeah. I started with Elvis and immediately went to the Beatles. Now that I'm 27 years old, Get Back gets out, and I'm like, oh, this is a really good band. This is like, I forgot that this is one of my favorite bands. And I feel like the same thing is going to happen to Elvis.
With this movie?
Yeah, because listen, when I say I love the Beatles and Elvis, I was like from 9 to like 22 years old. I was like, they were probably in my top 10. And then, like, I don't know, you just, the high ends every now and then, and, and you're like, you discover new things and you move on. And then Get Back comes out, and, like, I put them right there. I'm, like, super into the Beatles again.
Yeah.
And I feel like, bless you,
Thank
it's going to happen with Elvis, too. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see, like, what happens and all that.
It looks really good. And I don't know much about Elvis. I obviously know the big key moments that everyone knows about. But I know nothing about this, like, Tom Hanks might be the villain.
Yeah, I didn't know much
that's,
about him.
That's Colonel Tom. He was his manager.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I don't like. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I'm. It looks like the movie's gonna do his entire fucking life. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm,
Elvis.
When we see him go into a bathroom, we know the movie's almost
Damn.
over.
Damn.
Elvis is a weird ass dude.
Oh yeah.
Was a weird ass dude.
Yeah. I mean, do we ever get an explanation as to why he talks like that? Because he's got a weird voice, and it's not like necessarily like he doesn't necessarily have like a dialect of a specific region. You know, it's just sort of like the Elvis voice.
Maybe like.
Well, he grew up in Hawaii, which is interesting. But I also feel like he
Maybe it's
grew
like
up in the South.
It's
as
like
well.
the combining of the two. But then when he became a performer, just to like differentiate from other performers, he like really started.
Yeah, you
Putting
think the
the
voice
accent on?
was a little like.
Yeah, he
I
could
don't have to talk like Gilbert Gottfried. Like I don't have to talk like this, but I do because I'm famous for it.
Yeah.
Well, what's really interesting now that we're like actually analyzing this, yeah, you think he's got a little. It could be that, but I think where that stems from is he was a big gospel and country fan.
Right.
That's where he came from. So maybe that accent is kind of stemming. That
That
maybe that's his
sound.
attempt at a country accent.
Maybe
It just comes out sexy as
That
hell
would
for
be
some
hilarious.
reason.
If he was, this is how all country music singers talk, right?
Yeah. What if that's the case? And he's the first and only person to ever make it sound sexy for some reason.
Yeah, Ethan says it's for sex appeal ?
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah. Not in the news section yet, but it's still in my fucking week. Somebody else's week. Your week. How was your week?
That movie, if I could just say, is impossible to Google because it's called Elvis.
Oh,
and
I
if
know.
you Google Elvis, you get the man, and if you Google Elvis movie, you get one of the like hundreds of
Yep.
movies he made back in the day.
You probably do like Elvis then movie 2022.
You have to. You literally have to Google Baz Luhrmann's
Yeah.
Elvis movie 2022.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare, but I'm really looking forward to it. How was your week,
It
Pauline?
was okay. Like the past 3 days, I've been working like 12-hour big day shifts, so those were actually pretty alright.
Oh, good.
last
That's
Sat-
not how I expected the sentence to end.
Oh yeah. Honestly, it could have been a lot worse. Anywho, Saturday I went to do my hair and makeup trial for the wedding.
Nice.
Been showing a lot of.
It looked really good.
Yeah. Do you I can show
Sure.
maybe. I mean, like he's already seen it, so
Yeah,
it's like.
it's not a big deal. The only thing that's a secret is the dress.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not showing that to you at all.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if like people can see that.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, there we go. And then if you want to scroll like to the right, there's my hair. Keep going.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I found it. Here we go.
So yeah,
That is hair.
that is all my hair. Yes. Thank you. The JC is her name, the one who did all my hair and makeup, and she did a really really good job.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I went with her, and she's gonna be the one who does it the day of the wedding.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Let's see. We got all our save the dates out, which is great.
My brother wants to know, is COVID still a big thing in the hospitals?
So far, let's see. Honestly, from what I've seen on my floor in particular, there haven't been any COVID cases.
Okay.
And they're like kind of like lessening their restrictions, so like we can eat together as a group finally in the break room.
Okay.
Like before, we had to only limit it to like 3 people in the break room for lunch, and I think they're lessening the visitor restrictions now, so it's you can have like 2 at a time or something like that. I
Wow.
can't remember.
That's cool.
So slowly.
Nice.
What else did I do? I saw your show on Saturday too.
Oh yeah, I played with the acoustic band I used to play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my brother went too, and right next to us was a couple.
Oh yeah,
of
we sat next to the drunkest assholes in the whole place.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
drunk than that one woman from
Oh,
that
yeah.
one fateful night.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
okay.
guy was so
Oh.
drunk. We left after the second set. I guess he just fell asleep for the third set.
Oh,
He was just sitting there like,
He kept yelling at my brother like, "Oh, you guys better card him. You guys better card him." Like he doesn't drink alcohol.
also he wasn't drinking.
right. Yeah.
So
Just,
yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
He one of them stood up.
Oh yeah.
He offered my mom the seat, and my mom was like, "No, that's fine." And he got up and he goes, "I'm gonna fuck off. You can have the seat." It's like,
Ethan
Yeah.
says on the 15th we don't have to wear masks in CVS anymore.
oh
that's
wow,
cool.
that's crazy.
That is crazy. Is it just like, are we finally on the decline that America thinks we've been on for the last 2 years?
Well, I feel like we've been on the decline a few times, and
Yeah.
every time people take total advantage of the situation, and we immediately spike back.
Like,
up.
Yeah.
honestly, like during the winter times, like it's kind of like the flu. It's
Yeah,
not
it
that,
gets worse
not
in
that
the
COVID's
winter.
like in the flu, but like in
Well, it is a flu, right? Technically.
it's like a variant of the same species that the flu virus is.
Right.
That's why it's called
'Cause
corona.
there's like a COVID, like this one's called COVID-19, but there's like a COVID-18 and a COVID-20,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Those ones just didn't turn into
Right.
like mega viruses.
But like
In the COVID PS5.
yeah, and the
Jesus.
XS.
The COVID piss force. What were you saying?
It's like whenever people are like, during the winter, like you're indoors more and like the flu spreads like wildfire if you're not careful. It's like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So I feel like the winter months are definitely like more dangerous.
So
And like
this spring summer season's gonna be a big, like
we're free, that kind of
yeah.
thing. But I can't say for sure that we're on the decline because it could happen. Like it's so easy to happen
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it's definitely the most contagious disease that I've come in contact with.
I mean,
That
like,
I've like been a part of.
from what I've seen, like the patterns, like obviously the first wave was like anyone can get it, anyone can die from it, even like healthy like 20-year-olds like us.
Mm.
After the vaccines came out and like people were getting vaccinations, from what I've seen, if somebody gets coronavirus and they're not vaccinated, it's just like full blown, like they could have respiratory failure, like tubes down the throat, like massive oxygen is pumping in and they can't breathe. But if you're vaccinated, then it's like, oh, like I need like 1 liter or 2 liters of oxygen. I can walk and talk and feed myself. I might have a little bit of trouble breathing when I'm walking around, but like just to crank up my oxygen and I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then after like a couple like a week of like antivirals and like steroids, you're okay to go home. And then like from what I've like most recently, it's like, oh, I have the coronavirus. I'm positive, but I can walk and talk my feet. I'm like not even on oxygen right now. I'm really just like kept in like isolation just because I don't want to, contaminate anybody.
Right.
Like, spread it around. Well, we still have to dress up in PPE, but it's like, okay, like, do you need anything? No, can you get me a cup of juice? Okay, just
You have
go
to
out.
dress in PPE.
If
I
you-
had to wear it too.
Yeah, you have to wear it too. But anyway, that's just a pattern I'm seeing. I don't really think I did anything else.
Okay. Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that meme where it's McConaughey smoking a cigarette? Like, have you seen that one where he's just like,
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
he's just like super stressed out smoking a cigarette, and the text above it says millennials living through their 5th once in a lifetime catastrophe in the
Oh, yeah.
last 2 years.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's very accurate. Anyway.
How was your week, Anthony?
I've been playing Elden. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My week was fine. I have, it's a short one, but I have a food story.
Yes, I've been waiting for a food story. I'm so excited.
There's a new Pop-Tart,
Ooh.
and I tried it.
Uh-huh.
And it's one of those Pop-Tarts that's supposed to taste like something you've eaten before.
Okay.
So this
I
is
didn't know. Oh well, I guess s'mores, right?
yeah. No, I mean like Oreo Pop Tart
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah, sure.
This is a Eggo Waffle Pop Tart,
Oh.
which is interesting because what is a Eggo waffle if not bread?
Well, I
Sweet-
got a
it's
theory.
Sweet bread.
So it's just a syrup Pop-Tart is going to be my guess.
Correct, Chris. You'd be 100% right because the Eggo Waffle Pop-Tart is just a Pop-Tart that tastes like the syrup that you would put on an Eggo waffle, and you would think that it would be the job of the Pop-Tart bread to taste like an Eggo waffle,
Right.
but that's not how, it just doesn't. So obviously there are three components to a Pop-Tart: the bread, the crust, as I used to call it, the hard frosting, and the gel inside. The gel, the filling, that tastes like maple goddamn syrup.
That's what I
That
figured.
might as well just be maple syrup. The frosting is vanilla, and the bread is Pop-Tart. So it's very weird that it's just weird to me. Like Waffle Crisp, right? Discontinued, very great cereal based around waffles. Tasted like maple syrup, but they got away with it because they were like, this is the flavor that you know of waffles, right? It wasn't Eggo's waffle cereal.
Right.
Which is a thing now, and it's kind of gross. I don't like eating it. But they specifically said, like, Eggo waffle Pop-Tart. Here's a picture of an Eggo waffle, and the picture obviously has butter and maple syrup on it, but, like, there's not Eggo maple syrup.
Right.
So it's just interesting. It was good, by the way. It was a good Pop-Tart, and I enjoyed eating it, but the, like math problem of, like, trying to figure out, like, is Pop-Tart a Hot Pocket if you heat it up? No, I refuse that reality. That is perverse, and I will not entertain that line of thought.
Hot Pocket's usually savory, though.
Yes. Yeah, there's not dessert Hot Pockets. That would be probably gross. I
mean, it depends.
I would dig it if it was, like, essentially a crepe.
Well,
love
you
crepe.
see here,
I know you do.
do you want to know what a dessert Hot Pocket is? It's just the fucking goddamn apple pie from McDonald's.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a dessert Hot Pocket.
That's actually technically probably closer to a Pop-Tart.
Probably. Except for the fact that there's, like, real-ass apples in it. Or, probably fake McDonald's made them in a lab apples. But I just don't trust McDonald's. I eat it. It's delicious. If they're like, we've got real beef, I'm like, no, you don't.
We've got real apples. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. No, you don't. No, you don't. Where are they from? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, I ate a Eggo Pop-Tart.
Anthony,
what's up?
You know what we should do?
What should we
Because you always have these amazing food stories.
Thank
At some
you
point,
for
like
calling them amazing.
we should just try each food that you tell us the story
I
about.
refuse to ever eat one of those hot dogs.
I actually kind of want to try it.
No, well, you can try it, and you
Pauline, here's what you can look forward to while eating one of those hot dogs. You can look forward to an overwhelming flavor of mashed potatoes and immediate diarrhea, because that's what I got. And I assume that's what anyone who consumes an entire one of those, which, by the way, I did not. I don't think I ate the whole thing. I believe there was some left, but I just couldn't. It was a lot. There was 3 types of meat on it.
I mean, well,
It's ridiculous.
We can also have like
No, sorry. There was 4 types of meat because hot dog is technically meat.
We can also have like takoyaki ramen and what you just Eggo waffle Pop-Tarts.
You know what? Yeah, that's what we'll do. It'll fill up a skit slot. You just feed all this shit to Pauline, and I'll watch and laugh behind the camera.
Ethan says I had a Korean corn dog and it was gross.
Well, yeah, who wants a corn dog made out of a Korean person?
Oh, God.
That's a funny joke.
Thank you.
I just watched a video this is so random. I watched a video this morning about a man who killed people and made them into hamburger meat.
Okay.
So apparently humans taste a lot like pork. So
That made my joke less funny.
I was going to joke, like, because he was like, hot dog out of human meat, and then you were like, I saw a video. I was going to joke, like, this is going to be about eating people, isn't it? And then it was?
It was, yeah.
And then it was. I'm assuming this is a person who wasn't supposed to be doing that and got in trouble
No, like,
for it.
so
Who's supposed to be doing that?
no, like the person was like killing people, then making them into like he was a serial killer, I guess, and then making them into like making them into like hamburgers and stuff like that, and then he would feed it to people.
That's not Pauline. That's a movie. It's
No.
called Sweeney Todd.
No, like this actually.
No, I actually saw what she's talking about. It was a real thing.
Yeah.
But a few questions.
Pauline, yo, what are you watching?
I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts and like true crime.
Time out,
documentaries, so-
everybody. I got questions for everyone.
yeah.
First of all, you're right. Don't assume he's a murderer. He could have worked at a funeral home and just took these bodies. Second of all, who do you think is supposed to be doing this?
Like cavemen, I'm assuming did this.
Oh, okay, all right.
Pirates.
I didn't know if
did
you
this.
thought some people just got a pass. Like, oh,
No,
well, he gets to do it.
No, I was thinking like cannibals throughout history.
yeah.
Okay, that
For
makes more sense to
survival,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, for survival, like this, like fucking like when you hear about Wendigos, or
Like you got a
whatever.
little check mark on your license, and that lets people know that you can just,
you've eaten human flesh.
or that you're allowed to, that you can just you can make these cheeseburgers whenever you want.
Apparently, like according to like.
I don't want to hear about what it tastes like.
No.
We're gonna move on if
No,
you're about
like,
to talk
it's,
about what it tastes
it's
like.
because it's people are like avert like we don't eat human flesh or like humans because
Yeah,
like
most of us.
our brains are like so hardcore wired to like be averted to it because like we're supposed to like not we're supposed to be averted to stuff that could be potentially harmful to us.
Yeah.
Like we don't eat poop. We don't eat
Right.
like
Vomit. Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I guess like if you like for in regards to eating humans, that's why because it could potentially be poisonous.
Do you remember that episode of It's Always Sunny where they think they eat human meat?
Yes.
And it just turned out to be a raccoon. They had a tapeworm. They walked by this like attractive blonde woman, and Dee is like, "Oh, Charlie, I wanted to eat that woman so bad."
Oh gosh. Anyway.
It's very funny.
They've
maybe
got the
my
check mark on their license.
maybe they've definitely got a check mark on their license. Maybe my favorite episode of that show. I love it so much. It's very funny.
Anyway.
Anyways, news time.
News time.
Sure.
Do you have some good news about
yeah.
not killing people and eating them and them
Well,
tasting a certain way?
Good luck trying to find that.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Is it fried green tomatoes where she cooks someone and feeds it to the town?
I don't think so.
There's a movie
Oh,
where
Pauline sending me news as we. Holy shit. Okay.
What-
Everybody, time out.
Oh, okay. Is everything okay?
No, everything's great. I just the news is very exciting.
Yeah, the symptoms are called the hunger. And once you eat a person, you can't stop eating people. That's what the Always Sunny episode is about.
Okay.
So
No, Ethan's like trying to be scientific, and I'm just memeing.
I do have a few things. I do have
Oh,
a
yeah,
few
that's what
things
it is.
I missed on my week though. Real quick,
Yeah.
I'm watching Adventure Time for the first time
Oh,
in
yeah.
my life. all
Oh,
the way through.
interesting. Why?
I just feel like it was something, as a person of my age, I should have done. A
Interesting.
little bit of obligation and curiosity. I guess that's my why.
Interesting. So you went for Adventure Time, not Steven Universe.
No, I did that.
Oh.
I kind of like paused because I switched to something else, but like I started watching Steven Universe. I
Oh,
haven't really
okay.
talked about it.
Cool.
For the first time?
Sorry, for the first time, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one will lead to the other. I don't know. Adventure Time had that whole medieval vibe to it that I dug.
Yes, yeah. They've never confirmed this, but if they were like in an interview once, they were like, "We were inspired by D&D," I'd be like, "Yeah, I get it."
Oh, yeah.
Ethan's saying Soylent Greens. They made up Soylent Greens as like a real thing.
What is that? I don't know. What that
Soylent
is.
Green is a movie about it's like a dystopian.
No, this
movie?
was a comedy. This was like
Oh.
I think it was the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, where like one of the townsfolk is mean, so they cook him and they feed him or
Oh.
something,
I don't know.
and it's like a big prank. Oh, we fed you people.
This is also kind of news related. Joe vs. Carol is out on
Oh,
Peacock.
Yes, I was wrong. It's not Will Forte playing Joe.
No, I
It's
know.
someone else.
I was watching it and I was like, this isn't fucking Will.
No,
Forte.
I apologize. That was a shot in the dark. Apparently, I must have seen a different trailer with him in it.
It's so good.
Oh,
Really?
The show is so good.
I wouldn't have assumed that based off the commercials.
trailers,
So.
The
yeah.
CGI is horrendous, but it's
Why do you need CGI for that?
The
because
tigers.
there's fucking tigers in this show,
Oh, okay.
and they get like up and close with some of these tigers.
I mean, is it really less expensive to CGI a tiger than to hire a actor tiger?
Well,
An actor
I think
tiger.
it's an actor.
I mean, that's a thing.
No, absolutely. I don't know. Maybe they're making a statement that
Like,
the
we should-
Tiger King was trying to make of like, don't force animals to be in shit if they,
Right.
you know.
Oh, you think that hiring trained like actor tigers would literally go against the
Yeah,
like the character
Yeah.
that they're trying to portray?
I think that might be like part of it.
So who's I gotta know. Everything I know about this goddamn event I know from you, Chris. Who's the villain of this show, and who's the hero?
Everybody.
You choose.
It's kind of a Game of Thrones situation where
Okay,
it's
I
you
was
choose,
gonna
but also real talk. Everybody's the villain.
So there's no like
They're definitely
there's not like one main protagonist. That's why it's called Joe versus Carol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. At least maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else would have a totally different view. I feel like they're trying to make Carol be the just one,
Okay.
but
That's
she's
what-
also just an asshole. She's just trying to run people out
Right.
of business, and
that-
it's
that's
none of her
honestly
business.
what I got out of the trailer too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're being very unbiased, though. I think they're just trying to lay out the facts, and they're also making fun of both of them phenomenally. It's a comedy, this show.
Oh.
And it's hysterical.
I didn't get that from the fucking trailer either.
me either.
No, I know. They're just making them out to be what they seemed like in the documentary. They're just
Right.
weird.
They're just kind of
They're
weird.
just weirdos.
These weird white cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just painfully awkward.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm glad it's good. I'm glad you, a huge Tiger King fan, is liking it. I didn't think it looked good, but I'm glad it is.
I'm
Ethan-
enjoying it.
Eden says legal and ethical complaints behind caging wild animals into domesticity, and then didn't she also kill her husband? That's what she denies it, but like people are definitely thinking it. She might have.
How come when you try to write Iron Man, it autocorrects it to Iron Mama, but when you write husband, it leaves it?
Carol Baskins potentially has that check mark on her license as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Except
Jesus
she,
Christ. It
except
came
she,
full circle. Hey, Chris.
Except she had
I've
to hear
got
meet
more
the
news.
tigers.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a question.
News?
Can we please talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No. Yes, of course we can. I'm
Halfway-
so fucking excited for that TV show.
Halfway through listening to you talk about that, I remembered that happened this week, and we get to talk about
I'm
it.
so excited.
So, like, the trailer finally dropped. I feel like you and I personally on this podcast have been complaining about the fact that there's been no trailer for maybe 3 months. And I'd say arguably one of those months we definitely should have had a trailer by now. So what did you think? I watched the trailer once.
I've also watched it once.
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's I think it's gonna be amazing.
Do you think there's any like fakey fake Disney, like it's not really gonna happen, this shot's not really gonna happen like this type stuff?
No, because I don't think they gave us too much.
Right.
I don't think there was too much given away.
They showed
It's literally just Obi-Wan just living his life on Tatooine, protecting Luke from afar.
right.
Yeah.
They showed
With some Inquisitors.
they showed Ben though.
They showed Ben though.
Or no, not not Ben, sorry, Owen. They showed Owen.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they did show
Ben
Owen.
is Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah, it's the same actor, which is cool.
Oh, that is
I didn't
really cool.
I didn't realize that.
is?
Yeah. I mean, not from the 70s.
No,
but
from
it's the
from
same actor
the-
from
Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
I
Clone
didn't
Wars?
know that because that actor's like a huge deal now.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, his name's Joel Edgerton. He's from a bunch of different
Oh,
things. And I
oh.
was like, oh, they got him to play Owen. That's cool.
I mean, if not, he looks exactly like him. I just did a side-by-side comparison. I was like, oh, shit, that looks like him. What were you going to say, Pauline?
I'm going to actually Google.
Pauline,
What?
what were you going to say?
Uh,
Lost your train of thought.
yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, you're good.
I got distracted by chat.
So I know I always ask this. I know I'm like the boy who cried Darth Maul, but like, what do we think about?
So I was talking about that with Ryan the other day. There's Darth Maul potential. Here's the thing, though. I don't want to spoil too much for Rebels, but I don't want to spoil too much for Rebels. It depends on what time this takes place. Let me put it this way. I think Darth Maul is going to be alive while this is happening.
Okay, you were right. Owen Lars was also played by Joel Edgerton in
that's
Revenge of the
cool.
Sith. I didn't doubt you. I just like, I didn't know that,
Yeah.
even though I've seen Revenge of the Sith a number of times. And then seeing him in this trailer, I was like, that's Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was the same guy. That's cool.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
realized something.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
our,
what's
You don't
for-
like Star Wars?
No. I've always hated Star Wars.
I've always hated Star Wars.
No, Samuel L. Jackson was also in Star Wars. So
Oh yeah,
You're right.
we didn't
Oh
talk
my
about
God,
it, but
you're
like,
right.
yeah, he was absolutely in
so
it.
that means you could get a Mace Windu.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
of course you
Totally
can.
Forgot about that. Hey, bud, this game is licensed by Disney. There's no way around it.
For those of you watching on YouTube who don't know what we're talking about, go check out our video game podcast. Comes out every other Wednesday,
Monday.
Monday. Thanks.
So another thing that I noticed about the trailer that I'm sure everybody noticed, they played the Duel of Fates.
Yeah, they
Yes.
did.
Which is like the prequel trilogy, like I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel it's not just the prequel trilogy tune, it's the prequel trilogy like Obi-Wan is fighting a bad guy
Well,
Yeah.
you know
music.
he's in it, right?
Yes, and I want to talk about that too because after the trailer dropped a few hours later, every news article on the planet was talking about I'm saving up points for Goop Troop. Oh, you don't have to good news.
You're
You don't-
getting one.
You don't have to save up points for that. We're just going to do it anyways on this podcast. So, congratulations.
Save him up to do Goop Troop on a
different
video
thing,
game.
yeah. So every news article was like, first look at Darth Vader. I was like, oh, cool. And then they showed the picture. I was like,
It's
yeah,
a
there he
thing.
is. He looks like he always, like, I don't understand why. Like,
Well, I don't think we have images of, or maybe did they release photos?
they released one photo of Darth Vader
And it's
Okay.
Darth
from
Vader.
Obi-Wan. And it's just like, I was just like, yeah, there he is. Like,
Yeah.
I know what he looks like.
Yeah, that's not news. I'm gonna guess we get a shot of him.
People are like losing their shit though. They're like, Darth Vader looks so cool. I'm like, yeah, he's always looked cool. I don't know what like this is not like I thought like because obviously as we all know, Hayden Christensen is going to be playing Darth Vader, which means spoiler alert, Darth Vader's going to take his helmet off at some point.
That's what I was
Right.
just about to say.
But this picture obviously wasn't that because that'd be a crazy thing to pre-release.
Right.
So this was just a dark picture of Darth Vader. I've seen that
With his
before.
lightsaber.
I've played that before. It's just
Right.
I know what Darth Vader looks like. I'm not gonna sit here nut over another picture of Darth Vader. He looks exactly the same as he always has. I'm excited to see Darth Vader again. Not right now though.
Right. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark. I'm calling it right here now. I'm gonna say he doesn't take it off. I think it's gonna get cracked
Oh.
because that happens.
Oh.
That
That would be
happens in
interesting.
one of the shows.
But so he'll just get a new one.
Yeah, it's happened already.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Canonically, that helmet has been. Can I spoil something from Rebels
You spoil
for you?
whatever you want.
Okay, spoiler alert. Anybody who doesn't want to hear it, mute the
For what
the
is
thing
this?
for
For
30
Rebels?
seconds. For Rebels.
Okay.
Um
Hot and heavy ready. Rebels spoilers coming at you.
he fights Ahsoka
Okay.
in Rebels.
Ooh.
And she fucking nicks his helmet, and like it's crazy because it's Darth Vader on one side and like
The
straight up.
burnt.
Burnt
Yeah.
Anakin, but the like Clone Wars character model.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, and it's cool as shit. Look up an image of
So
that.
is there? Because I was just about to say, what if they did this? But it sounds like they already did. Was there like a backwards moment of like, now that you can see me as Anakin, I'm like sort of turning light for a second.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If I recall correctly. I think it just shows how far gone he is.
Yeah.
I love DV.
Darth
Darth Vader?
Vader?
Oh yeah.
No, I love Darth Vader too. I just already know what he looks like, and I could have guessed that he was going to look exactly the same in this show. I didn't need them to be like, that's right. Exclusive here on IGN, we have exclusive first images of Darth Vader on this show, and it's like neat. He looks exactly like he did in Star Wars and Star Wars 2 and Star Wars 3 and Star Wars 6 and
His panel's usually different.
and Star Wars Rogue One and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and just everything he's ever been in.
It's all about the panel, Anthony.
You can't see the panel in the
No, I
picture.
know.
So
Oh, really?
So if that is an actual argument that I know you're joking, but like
Yeah.
if someone was actually going to say that, it's very dark. It's a very dark
Okay.
photo. He's clearly in his like I don't know what it's called, his like rehabilitation chamber room or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Ugh.
We kind of see him completely suitless in Rogue One, but it's
Yeah.
not Hayden Christensen.
No. But like that's what I'm saying. We might get a shot of that, which would be super cool.
It's gonna be. Do you think that they're going to do the makeup in a way where you can still tell it's Hayden Christensen, or do you think they're gonna make the makeup look as much like Empire Strikes Back as they can, or do you think they're gonna make the makeup look more like what he looked like in 3 when his face got all burnt? Because they're 3 distinct looks.
Well,
Because he would have had time to heal. Because when burns heal, obviously they make scars. So it couldn't be from when like he instantly got burned, right? Because I'm assuming that the Obi-Wan show takes place like a couple years after Revenge of the Sith, right? Just trying to use my medical knowledge in this scenario. So I'm guessing that they would have to like revamp the makeup so that it kind of looks like Revenge of the Sith scarring, but healed over time.
Yeah.
well, in Revenge
But
of the
not but not like so completely healed that looks like
That it looks just like Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you
Or
mean Return of the Jedi.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always confuse
No,
those
it's
two.
okay.
That is yeah, sorry.
Fun fact about Revenge of the Sith, that's all CGI. What they did when he gets burned is they tried their best to like mesh the actor who you see who is not Dave Prowse in Return of the Jedi with Hayden Christensen's face.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
And
they
then
tried
burn it up.
they tried putting them together, which with this deep fake tech we have now, I feel like is going to make that a lot easier if they wanted to go that route.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I think it could look really cool, and it could look enough like Hayden Christensen for me to be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
If I am to do that, I don't know. I haven't seen the prequels in a while. Yeah, dude. I think you and I were talking off stream about this, but like, Luke Skywalker shows up in The Mandalorian, and you're like, wow, that looks really good. Look at like comparison shots between Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, because Mandalorian is one scene, he barely moves, and he's in a dark room, and Boba Fett, he's like talking. He has like
outside.
multiple scenes. He's outside in the sunlight. He looks so much better. And none of that lighting stuff I mentioned has anything to do with the fact that it looks better. It's just like them flexing. Like, look, he looks like Luke Skywalker now.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
that
He looked like it. He looked
yeah.
like it before, but now he just is basically Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah, that was a total flex. They were just like, we won't hide behind the dark. Look at him.
And that's for TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Does Darth Vader actually die in the movie? Hard to know when it comes to the Darth Maul thing. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely dead in Return of the Jedi.
Who's this now?
Darth Vader? Does he actually die in Return of the Jedi?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's a Force ghost at the end of it.
Yeah. Darth Maul lived. So if Darth Maul were to show up in this, he's going to have spider legs? Or is that not how the timeline works?
If he was to show up in this, which I really don't think he's going to show up in this.
I don't think he's going to show up in this either, because the guy who would play him was tweeting about how he's not in the show.
Yeah,
But he
he'd
could
have
be.
robot humanoid legs.
He could
Oh,
be,
okay.
He could be pulling an Andrew Garfield.
He could be, but
I'm trying not to spoil too much from Rebels. It would be an odd choice if he showed up in this show.
yeah.
It would be an odd choice
Because
if
they have
he
like
and Obi-Wan were in the same room.
right, because they have like a moment later in his life, like way later, right?
Yeah,
in
I'm
Obi-Wan's life.
really not trying to
I remember
go
the
too much
memes-
into that.
I remember the memes of them sitting at a campfire, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, as you can see, he has the high ground because he was like an inch
Right,
higher than
right,
him or
right.
whatever.
No, that's I'm really not trying to go too far into detail with that scene specifically, but even if he was in the show, I don't think he'll get much airtime, and I
Right.
don't think he'll be a main villain.
What's the odds of young Han Solo showing up?
He never left.
That junk planet.
Yeah, not Coruscant, but it sounds like Coruscant. Yeah, I don't think he left that junk planet until Solo. I don't think. But when did Solo take place?
Right. I just like cameos. Like
Oh, sure.
Like what's
Corellia.
Corellia? That's right. It sounds like any other. It's such a like. If you told me Corellia was a Star Wars planet from the 80s, I'd be like, yeah, I believe you. Like, what's the over-under on Cal Kestis showing up? The main character from Jedi Fallen Order.
He could show up.
I just don't know the timeline. I just love, like, hey, the thing from that thing.
Yeah, he could show up. That would actually be cool. They kind of teased that in Boba Fett anyways.
Yes, they did. They had a very Rogue One centric like flashback with all the robots. And me literally playing through that game when that episode was airing. I was like, those are all in that game. And then they showed straight up the robot that first appeared in that game.
Which that we've never seen the if you want to call them the K series fighting, and that's horrifying.
Oh yeah, dude,
like Terminator style.
The K series is like a grip of mini bosses in Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
They are legitimately terrifying.
Oh yeah.
You can, I don't know if you ever did this, you can get the ability to like mind control them and they fight for you.
Oh really?
Yeah, you can.
That's
cool. If you get BD close enough, you can like send them to go like reprogram them.
Oh cool.
You can do that to the little turret bots too, but it's way easier to do to the K units because the turret bots die in like one hit.
Right. Well, that was one piece of news.
Oh yeah.
What's Black Panther director Ryan Coogler wrongly mistaken for bank robber.
Oh yes, I heard about this. I sort of heard about this.
You want me to read deeper?
I mean, I could. He's an African American gentleman or an African gentleman. And they probably that's the reason why.
I guess I read the article. He was wearing sunglasses, the face mask, because coronavirus.
Right.
And like he said, like to the teller, like, oh, like I would like to withdraw 12,000. Like I think it's like he worded it weirdly.
Right.
It's like I would like to withdraw like $12,000, blah blah blah. And then it sounded suspicious to them.
But is it not as simple as like, okay, hold on, sir, let me check to see if that money is actually in that account. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here's your money.
I think it's also like racial stuff.
Racism?
Too. Oh,
yeah, big
racial
racism
stuff too, yeah.
And like it's really tough, right? Cuz like in that moment when you're being racially profiled, when you're being wrongly accused of theft based on your race, but you're the guy who directed Black Panther, do you play your celebrity card to get out of like the shitty situation that you're in?
I think you use it to humiliate him later.
Right. Well, I mean, they definitely made the news.
Right.
I definitely know about the fact that they mistreated Ryan Coogler.
Right.
No, I did hear about that. I didn't know where you were going with that, but yeah, that sucks. I don't know what else to say about it. That shouldn't have happened.
Right.
Emilio Delgado, longtime Sesame Street star, dies at 81. So he wasn't a puppeteer or a muppeteer, I should say. He was one of the humans.
Oh, okay.
He was
on
Louise.
Sesame Street. He was Louise.
Yeah.
Is that the?
I think he owned Hooper's store after Hooper passed away.
Oh, okay.
He was married to Maria.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But not in real life, but like in the show. But yeah.
Alligator Loki to star in his own spin-off series.
I saw that. Great, cool. I saw that and I was like, neat.
It's a comic series.
Oh, it's not a show
No,
on
it's not
Disney
a show.
Plus?
No.
Oh, thank Christ.
That's what I said. Pauline sent me that, and I just said, no way.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why?
Like, I'm already going to have to sit through I Am Groot, which seems like it's an animated children's show.
Yeah.
I think it's animated. They just announced that Elizabeth Olsen's going to be playing Scarlet Witch in it, so I don't know what the fuck, but...
She could be voicing her own character.
No, I know, but like I don't know if it's animated or not. I don't know if it's a comedy. I thought it was a children's show.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it is a children's show. So I don't know. I just didn't want to like, cause let's say for a second that the Alligator Loki thing is a TV show. I wasn't gonna watch it.
Right.
But I'm glad I don't have to now because it seems like it's not a TV show.
Right.
So good for that.
Marvel's Deadpool 3 lands Free Guy and Adam Project director Sean Levy.
I thought you were gonna say Free Guy and Adam Project star Ryan Reynolds, and I was gonna be like, yeah, bud, yeah, that's who plays Deadpool.
Yeah, they land the Free Guy in the Adam Star Ryan.
Yeah.
The news would do that.
Especially about Deadpool. So Sean Levy, he made Iron Man 3, right? No, that was Shane Black. Never mind. Maybe I'm not familiar with Sean Levy. That's cool though.
Yeah.
Seems like him and Ryan Reynolds have
I think
some
going
sort
on.
of relationship.
I don't know though. Sean Gunn might have been Sean Gunn, not Sean Gunn. Hey, maybe he would have done a good job.
Ethan,
James Gunn.
Ethan says that you never read my comment, apparently about Tom Holland.
Oh, Tom Holland spoiled Andrew Garfield being there. Tom and Zendaya were asked about the falling MJ scene, and Tom said, "I don't know, I wasn't there."
Mhm.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not. Andrew Garfield wasn't there either. There was a CGI Spider-Man.
Right.
But you know. Also,
Yeah.
apparently, we can just. Marvel said we're allowed to spoil that movie now because all the bonus features are online on a Marvel's official thing.
Oh, nice.
They're
Oh,
just
really?
they're just
Okay.
talking about it now. Spoilers aren't what
Spoilers
they
galore.
used to be. I was gonna keep that to myself until told otherwise.
Right.
And I was told otherwise by the people who made the movie, and it came way sooner than I thought it would.
I feel like a week or two. A week or two.
A week or two?
Yeah.
I feel like it's spoiler dependent, and there are some spoilers from the 1990s that I won't share. I feel like the fact that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in Spider-Man No Way Home, I was gonna keep that a secret for 2 or 3 years before I was just fragrantly talking about it. But if Marvel's gonna be like, yeah, then fuck it.
Right.
Okay. I feel like it's dependent on what the thing is.
Yeah, if I meet someone who says I haven't watched The Sixth Sense and I also don't know how it ends, I wouldn't.
Oh no, then you're just being an asshole. But I don't know.
But that's an example. Final Fantasy VII, I'm not even gonna say it because you haven't played it yet. But Final Fantasy VII has a really spoilerable moment that I still make sure the room knows about it before I bring it up. I feel like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were a really big deal, and I get it. They're using it for promotion because the movie's out now, and anyone who was going to see it in theaters has seen it, and they want to promote the movie. And anyone who hasn't seen it might see that and be like, "Oh, I'll do it." But it was just weird. I was like, I can't even own the movie yet, and you're talking.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying me. It's a little too long after the movie's release that we still don't have even a digital way of getting access to the movie.
Anyway.
Yeah. That was pretty much all I had.
Oh, okay. You want to do a quick Goop segment?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have it pulled up, so give me a moment. Goop.
Goop.
Everyone loves Goop, right? What do we got? Let's see what we got here today. They're not necessarily promoting anything other than the Goop Glow, which is their big thing that they always do. New is just articles, as we all know, because they're trying to hide the fact that a peek inside Gwyneth Paltrow's shopping cart. Click.
Ooh.
A click. Oh, it's just a list of stuff. Thank God. It's not an article. It's just a list of stuff. All right. So everything I mentioned has specifically been purchased or with the intent to purchase by Gwyneth Paltrow herself.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes. This is the Dolce Vita 2-piece salad set. It's spoons. This is 2 spoons, and they've got little fucking triangles cut out of them so you can eat salad better, I guess.
Wait a minute. Hold
Wait,
the
can I see
phone.
that again?
The spoon part has triangles cut into it.
Yeah, it's like a fucked up spork. It's like a fancy spork.
Oh, okay. That makes for a shittier spoon.
I think it's like a salad tosser.
They're salad tossers. They're not actually spoons.
Dolce
I'm sorry.
Vita 2-piece salad set. The utensils in this salad serving set
Oh.
are made
yeah,
from
okay,
ultra
okay.
durable stainless steel with an ergonomic design that's easy to hold and use. They're quite beautiful too, streamlined and gleamy with classic curved ends. They even
Okay.
made these spoons sexual. And like everything from Mapra, the people who made it, they're made in Italy and made to last. 18 by 10 stainless steel, made in Italy.
Okay.
So this is, of course, 2 big spoons to serve salad with.
85.
$85.
That's a good
Okay.
guess. That's a good guess.
Uh,
I'm gonna say 120.
Those of you in chat, feel free to take a guess.
We'll wait.
And we will wait for that. Yes. You, of course, as usual, can use Afterpay to spend 4 interest-free payments to make this. Ooh, there's other utensil sets down below. This one's matte gold. This one's pewter 5-piece flatware. But this one's just 2 spoons. Ooh, this is actually very interesting. I'm probably gonna... Okay, so I'm gonna say it. I don't think I've waited long enough. I think I've waited long enough.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it. The Dolce Vita 2-piece salad set is going to set you back $180.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm not surprised.
So here's something interesting.
Oh, by the way, I win. You never make a point to say when I win, but you mention when everybody else
Oh,
wins.
I'm sorry.
But I won.
You did
I
win.
won.
What did you said?
I won.
120.
I said 120. She said 80.
Yeah.
85.
$100 off.
I said
No, you
80.
win. You're good. You're good. So here's what's interesting. There's a section
Take
down
with me.
below that's like, here's more from Mapra, right? And they just make silverware. There's 3 silverware sets, and they're all an actual set of silverware: 2 spoons, 2 forks, and 1 knife. This one is pewter. It's $87.50. This one's matte gold, and this is $180. And this
Oh.
one's matte black 5-piece. This one's $197. So why is 2 giant spoons $180? The pricing is all over the place.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
because like
crazy.
the material or whatever.
The
It's made-
material didn't
it's
sound
made
like
of
anything
Stainless
special.
steel.
It's made in
colored-
Italy.
It's colored gold with a color called shining mirror.
It was made in
gold.
Italy.
It was made in Italy.
If a bag from Italy can cost like $3,000, then I'm pretty sure a pair of spoons can cost like $185, $180.
How is she still in business? Probably all that Iron Man money.
And also, like
Um,
maybe like celebrity connections.
I guess. Who would endorse that shit?
Kanye West apparently.
I mean, she would. She literally.
Kanye West didn't endorse it. I'm sorry. Kanye West didn't endorse it. Apparently, he just fucking bought something from there.
They didn't. He didn't buy something from Goop. He
Oh, yeah.
even
yeah.
further.
he special ordered a piece of furniture from a company that sold
Right.
that commode through Goop, the pyramid commode that was like $13K or whatever.
right.
Sorry, I'm just losing my mind. These spoons, you don't even. Okay, 1, you don't eat off of them.
No.
2,
No.
they're gonna get food on them. I'm not gonna spend an inexorbitant amount of money on something that's gonna get food on it. And by inexorbitant, I mean like I wouldn't even spend like $20 on these. If I'm gonna buy spoons specifically to serve salad, I'm gonna spend like $5 to $7 on that
Right.
Okay.
because it's gonna get food on it.
No, I
Because
hear you.
And then I'm gonna have to wash the food off, and it's gonna get water damage, and it's not gonna be. I don't know.
99% sure it's a cult. That's why.
I mean, it is 100%
That's what Ethan said.
a. Call it what you will. It is a snake oil racket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit that they. Holy shit. Cool. I was just gonna do one. We have to do this one though.
Okay.
Then
we got to call it a stream.
we do have to call it a stream. Yes, this is in the same vein of the last one. This is a white insieme. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. White insieme set of 3 kitchen knives with wood block.
Ooh.
So I will show you the picture.
What a
Are
shitty
they-
wood block.
Are they
Thin,
Japanese?
very sheer wood block. That's what it looks like, with 3 knives in it.
Who wants a wood block that holds 3 knives in no more?
Each one of these knives, well, you see, each one of these knives is handmade from start to finish by a single craftsman in the Tuscan countryside, about 25
Christ.
miles north of
It's going
Florence,
to be
Italy.
like $4,000 for these knives.
The initials of the maker are subtly marked on each
Oh,
knife, a tradition
Jesus.
hailing back as far as 1895.
Oh, no.
The handle is made of hand-polished white lucite with a carbon and stainless steel
Oh, I don't
blade.
even know what lucite is. Oh, no.
This set includes a 9-inch chef knife, utility knife, and straight paring knife.
$6.25.
Ethan says I can make a wood plus, it comes with a 3-piece storing block. Each knife has its own individual wood block magnetized so that they can go together as a set.
Oh, no. Listen, if I'm going to spend like $20,000 on these knives, at least tell me what kind of wood the block's made out of.
And as an added bonus, each one is beautifully labeled with the Italian name for that knife. The food editors at Goop use theirs daily. Lucite carbon handle stainless steel blade. The blades are all different sizes. I'm not going to read them all. Hand wash in warm water, then towel dry completely. Never leave these knives to air dry. Made in Italy, if there was ever any fucking doubt at this point in the article. So they bring up a good point. It's like 3 pieces that can like come apart.
Yeah.
The like wood block itself
Right.
can like remove
Okay.
and then magnetize to it.
Are food editors cooks?
I guess they mean cooks.
Is that
Do
a
they
chef?
or do they mean editors for the food
or maybe they
portion
just-
of the website?
Probably.
I'm sure
they
that's
just
what
write
they
about
meant.
the food, yeah.
But a food editor is one who manipulates food. That is a cook
That is
or
a
chef.
cook, yeah.
$6.25.
625?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm going to put another 0 at the end of my first guess. I'm going to go 1,200.
1,200, so 1,200.
Yeah.
Chris, you win again.
Wow.
Because the white in CMA set of 3 kitchen knives with wood blocks is $1,100.
That's too much money.
That's a
Too
lot of
much money for, I'll say it again,
3
something
knives.
that's gonna get food on it if you use it as intended. And apparently the food editors at Goop use theirs every goddamn day.
Yeah, because they're cooks. All right, I think we got to call that a podcast, though.
Yeah, that's a podcast. Thanks, Gwyneth, for showing up once again. This time personally. That's stuff that you've bought, stuff that you would bought. Lucite is a gem. As a gem is very expensive. Metal lucite is dirt cheap.
Oh,
Good.
interesting.
So they use the buzzword lucite, and then they use the cheap version to make the knife, and then they charged you
Really?
$1,100 for the unnamed man who's whittling this knife. That's all fake, right? There's no way any
Oh,
of
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
real.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's obviously explains the price, but there's no way it's real, or else they would have named that fool.
Anyway.
And I'm
There's
lightning.
no way this random dude in the Italian like Alps is making fucking custom order knives for Goop.com.
And I'm Monsoon.
And I'm Thunder. Is that what you said? Did you say and I'm
You
Thunder?
said lightning.
I said I'm lightning.
Oh, I misheard it. You said it first, so in my head I was like, anyways, I'm Thunder. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Thank you for tuning into the stream, because we're doing this all at once now. If you were watching this live, you're watching it after the fact. Thank you so much. If you're watching it on YouTube, there is a live version that you could watch. We stream every Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 5 p.m. EST. Fridays is when we do the podcast. You can come, you can chat with us, you can talk about Goop, you can talk about the news that we talk about. And let me put our links real
Yeah.
quick.
Yep.
$1,100 for 3 knives.
Don't forget the fancy blocks that they're stored in.
3 non-brand name knives, too, just to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the name brand is that dude's initials, whoever
These,
it is.
These ain't Cutco or shit.
So that's
This
all
is
our
just
links. Link to our
whatever.
YouTube, link to our Patreon. More to come on the Patreon very soon. Daily uploads on YouTube. Everyone who's ever made the channel look good. Brad Kendrick, Megan Motown, all that stuff. Michaela Miller. Check everything out over there. Thank you for watching. This has been Thunder and Lightning Gaming. They already said their goodbyes. Thank you for being here, Pauline.
Yeah, thank you.
Always a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.
Woo.
Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.